So there's this climactic scene in the movie Interstellar, around 2 hours into the movie, where Cooper and Man are brought together. Cooper, along with his team, Bran and Romilly, come into Man's planet, Dr. Man's planet. And here you have, in one sense, a clash of ideologies. Main reason why Cooper is on this mission is because he wants to rescue his children who are back on Earth. And so Earth is dying, and so he wants to rescue his family from Earth along with everyone else that is there. And so Cooper is set on that mission, and so his reasons for doing it is very personal, it's very subjective. Man, on the other hand, believes that one should not have these type of attachment, that you should be detached, and if you are detached, you will be able to see the objective nature of reality. So man is the scientist who lives his life in a way that is deeply objective, and this comes out in his dialogues with Cooper. When they go and check the site, you see this dialogue playing out where man is telling Cooper about his ideology and what he thinks about love, that love is a evolutionary construct, that it's necessary for survival, that you think of your children before you die because it's necessary for the human race. And here you have this clash of ideologies taking place. And it's very interesting that this clash of ideology is going to happen even physically. There's a fighting scene, the camera pans out, and here is this uncharted planet, another galaxy, and you see this ideology between what one feels, what Dr. Man feels as an objective reality of looking at the world detached, and another who believes that there is some sort of subjective reality. Now, even if you look at Cooper, initially in Cooper's journey, Cooper isn't in stark contrast with Dr. Man's idea. So though Dr. Man feels that love is a evolutionary social construct for social utility, Cooper, on the other hand, segregates the two. So he believes that one should be a scientist and that should be objective and rational, and feelings of love and relationship isn't compatible with that. So in that sense, he puts it in two different categories. You see that very clearly when they are in the spaceship and they are deciding which planet to go, and there's a conversation between Romilly, Brand and Cooper, and this idea comes out.
She's in love with Wolf Edmonds. Is that true?
Yes. And that makes me want to follow my heart. But maybe we've spent too long trying to figure all this out with theory.
You're a scientist, Bran.
So listen to me. When I say that love isn't something we invented, it's observable, powerful. It has to mean something.
The person who is, in one sense, in stark contrast with man's ideology is Dr. Bran. And what Bran believes, and as you see in that clip there, Bran believes that love is not a social utility, that ideas and feelings of love that we have for one another is not a relative concept, but it points to a larger truth, that there is some greater truth value that it points to, though we might not be able to codify it or empirically verify it. It does point to an objective reality. It does point to a higher reality, that it is powerful, that it is an emotion that is powerful. It points to something that is beyond. Now, Cooper is very skeptical about that as Bran is saying it, but it is in Cooper's journey that he begins to understand. And this comes to a head in the final scene when he is in the Tesseract. And in the Tesseract, what Cooper understands, it is that it is his subjective love that he has for his daughter, which is able to give him the powers to communicate through vast dimensions of space and time. That his subjective love to his daughter and her love towards him is the way to communicate. And so you have these bulk beings who have access to infinite time and space, but they cannot locate a specific time and space. But Cooper's love for his daughter and his daughter Murph's love for him becomes the object of that communication. And so what the movie interestingly reveals is this whole Kierkegaardian notion that truth is subjectivity. And what Kierkegaard means by that is not that truth is relative, your truth is for your truth, my truth is my truth. But what he's saying is, to apprehend greater truth, You apprehend it not as a passive observer, just by looking at something like some scientific data. You understand this truth only when you passionately commit yourself towards it, when you give yourself. It is this why man and Cooper cannot understand each other is man can understand love as a social utility because he does not give himself to that. He's not committed to that. And though you see problems with that ideology, he has this ideology in his mind, but existentially he cannot keep that up. So his claims are very grandiose. Even when he's killing Cooper, in one sense, he's still talking about how he is able to save the world and things like that. But for Cooper, this love is very tangible. For the Kierkegaardian notion here is that when one gives themselves, subjectively gives themselves to love, passionately commits themselves, it is only then that those dimensions of truth are revealed. That it's only in that journey in love that that truth is revealed to you. It cannot be apprehended from a distant, disengaged, observational sense. It is a truth that is revealed only in engagement. And so I think the movie brings that out. That ultimately, what in one sense saves the world, what the objective reality behind these, what it takes to save the world is found in a subjective love relationship between Murph and Cooper, between the father and daughter the daughter to the father. It is only in that subjective, very relative love that they are able to transcend to a higher dimension of objective truth, and in and through that, it's powerful enough to save humanity.